Hey everyone, sorry. Hey April, hey Grace, hey cool gamer. Oh, y'all sorry, I put the earbud in the ear I couldn't hear out of, so I didn't exactly hear the music. Oopsie. So when I was on my flight, caught a cold, my ear was stopped up from the air pressure, and now I can't hear out of my right ear. That was fun. Yeah. Still not gotten my hearing back, so I'm using that as a reason to ignore everyone in the house. Like, oh, did they say something? Oh, I didn't hear it. Oh, so what's everyone up to tonight? Hey, Jujubee. I'd asked Jujubee to come on to me, but it was kind of short notice, so I kind of get it. Because, I would have been like, dude, you're asking me like 20 minutes before the stream, too. So, like, no. Yeah. Well, I've been doing a lot of procrastinating on stuff too, and it's my own fault. I should have, not procrastinated on the things I was doing. It is early for me. I figured, trying to get in here a little early and maybe stay a little later, that kind of thing. And so yeah, and Jujubee does have water invading her house. And water invading your house is never good. You see water, you act immediately. I learned that the hard way. I had like a whole room of my house was like destroyed because of a broken pipe. I was like, man, that sucks. Luckily, we got it fixed. Only took like a weekend, but so yeah, water sucks. Yeah, that's like the worst. It's like when you think that whole room is safe and then you find out it's the one room in the house that's got the water in it. Like I know that feeling way too much. Yeah, and I also wasn't sure. I heard the Letitia Stouch case came back today. So I should have checked to see if anyone else was streaming because I know there's going to be a lot going on with that and you know, I'm and I was happy when the guilty verdict came in. And I was like, is that really good for me to be happy about? It's like, so many lives were, ruined. So, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, not always. Yeah. Hang on one second, y'all. I need like half a minute. Yeah, I'm about to, purposefully put 40 gallons of water in a room that shouldn't have water in it. So that's going to be fun. Oh, wait. I'll be right back, y'all. I just need to take like 2 seconds. Okay, y'all. I'm back. So like when you have a cold or allergies and you get congested, everything's stopped up, and then it's like, whoo. So that's what I'm going through right now. Hey, fish nerd. Hey, AC. How you doing? Um, so I have been procrastinating on setting up my 40-gallon tank because I am scared, and I know at this point I just have to bite the bullet and test the tank because I've resealed an aquarium before. It's been a long time, but I've done it. And, everything I knew to do, I did. So this tank should be solid. It's been over 48 hours, way over 48 hours since it cured. So now I just have to test it. And then the whole other issue I had was where to put it. Like I've got areas where I could physically set it up, but it's it's also been a thing of what do I put it on because that's a lot of weight. Hey Teresa, um, good to see ya. um, NAC, did I say hey NAC? I think I did. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Um, me and my scatterbrainness. Um, so I was talking to my husband, Mr. Mousy, Brian, you know, that guy, and he was like, "Look, I'll build you a stand." Because I was looking for options, and he's like, "It's going to be cheaper for me to go and get some wood." Because he's like, "I can probably get some reclaimed wood, get it cut. He's got saws, he can build it." So the goal is for Mother's Day, he's going to build me a stand. That is actually a really good idea, Fish Nerd. Thank you. Because I was wondering where I was going to put it to test it. And I think my best bet is I'm just going to put it on, like you said, because I was like wondering what I could set under it. And I've got tons of Amazon boxes. So that's actually going to work out perfectly. I think I'm going to just set it in the kitchen floor, fill the bad boy up. Um, because the kitchen, we already have water damage in the kitchen. So, like, I'm not going to, you know what? I might should do that on the deck too. That might be a better idea out on the deck. I need to check the weather though and make sure it's not going to rain because that would really make me mad if I take it out there and set it up and then bam. So, oh, that's a good idea. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it out there hopefully tomorrow, get the water in it, and I really wish we had like a water spigot outside so that I could, um, just use the water hose to fill it up because that would be like awesome. But I'm gonna have to like bucket the water out there, but that's okay too. I need to get the upper arm strength going. But yeah, I thought it was really cool that he offered. If we couldn't find a stand, um, probably end on a 2x4. Okay. Um. Okay, my kitty just did something weird. You hush. Um. But yeah, I really thought it was cool that he had offered to do that for me because you know. But so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna find a stand. If I can't find a stand, I'm gonna get a stand built. It'll take him a day. And then once he does that, so hopefully by Sunday I will have a tank set up, ready to go. With stop barking, silly. My dog is on edge. She has been on edge for like a whole week since I got back. So yeah. So and I'm also concerned because like my hummingbirds aren't back yet, and normally by now by May, they're here. Like last year they were super early, and I know like the weather's been really wonky. Yeah, like if we could get it here, man, that would be. I've already kind of hit the husband up. I'm like, we should really move out to the Midwest. We know so many people out there. We've been wanting to get out of Georgia. Let's just get out of Georgia. But yeah, I have been like seriously like thinking about moving out of here. But that's another talk for another time. Um, but yeah, so aquarium by this weekend definitely, and hopefully the hummingbirds will be back by then too because like normally they're here now. Yeah, and everything's legal there. Lucky, lucky. So Yeah, so I'm hoping that by this weekend the hummingbirds will be back because I saw one, so I put the feeders out, and then I haven't seen that one again. And it's like, where did you go? Where did you fly off to? We saw you, little buddy. Where'd you go? So I guess they're just all not back, or they found another feeder somewhere else. But eh, it is what it is. Oh, and but yeah, it's just been a weird week. Like with getting back, I really miss Meatloaf, y'all. I did not realize how bad I was gonna miss that kitty, but I miss him. I miss coming home from the store and him sitting up and like appearing to look in my direction. Because I'd always come in, and he'd sit up, and I'd go and give him, some pets and some snuggles and um, you know. Oh, so now you got all the hummingbirds, huh? Well, you need to send them back my way, okay? Send me my hummingbirds back. I even grew them special flowers this year, yeah. So, um, but yeah, I do. I miss Meatloaf a lot. That little kitty was just like, it's like he was always there, like the minute I walked in the door. And yeah, he did kind of accost my sister in law a lot. Like he attacked the hell out of her. But I do miss him because he was a cool cat. He really was. And I'm gonna have to get y'all the TikTok account. But Meatloaf has been making TikToks, and they have been blowing up. She got like 3,000 views on her first one. So I'm gonna get her TikTok account. I'm gonna have to tell her she's gonna have to share it. She's gonna have to get over that, and we will start start watching the Meatloaf TikToks. I told her that, or she could either just send them to me, and I could re-upload them to YouTube. I was like, that would be, I could handle the YouTube side of it, you know. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Mr. Barrel is sitting here meowing because he can't go into a room he wants to go into right now. He's like, but I want to go in there, but you can't. Yeah, I have a cat named Beryl. Okay, and Beryl is actually my other kiddo's kitty. And when we got Beryl, he had two other siblings. They were Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Lock and Stock got adopted, and they got adopted to the same home, but Beryl was left behind. So my kiddo kept Beryl. And Beryl, oh my God, is like one of those genius cats. He opens the door. He, like he looks at you like when you do something dumb. He looks at you like, yeah, I saw what you did there. And then when he does something dumb, he looks at you like, no, you didn't see that. But he does. He goes outside and he tries to hunt the little birds. So that's not cool. I'm not happy about that. But he does go outside and he hunts stuff, and he's really inquisitive. He's like a little kid because he is a little kid. But yeah, he's very mad at me right now because I won't let him go into my bedroom because he kept trying to drink the sea monkey water. And I'm like, dude, that's salt water. You can't drink the salt water. You're too smart for this. So maybe he's not as smart as I think he is. But he did find the aquarium water. So I guess he thinks all aquariums are fair game now. I'm like, cat, you're killing me. You are freaking killing me. I've got one that's like driving me crazy and one I miss like crazy. So I'm kind of like going through it right now. Oh, and then we've Jennifer got two of the outside cats taken in. Seasoned shrimp flavored water. That's great. Yeah, that was Beryl. That was Beryl meowing. Man, my chat is like lagging, y'all. And Oh, so yeah, my kitties are crazy. But so yeah, with our park too. She was all upset about all the cats hanging around. So I told Jennifer we gotta do something about this. You're gonna have to get them trapped. We're gonna have to do something. Um, so she's gotten to three of them rehomed. One goes tomorrow, and two already went. And they're having another transport go up north with some kitties. So we're gonna put a few on there too. Oh, that would be awesome because that Oscar would totally nip it barrel. That's kind of why I wanted cichlids too, because they'll come up and they'll like splash at him when he tries to drink their water. It'll be like, oh, kitty to eat. So it's I'm kind of looking forward to having the fish in there. Oh, and I need to get pictures of it because and I totally didn't take a video or a picture of it. Barrel. Hang on one second, y'all. I'm gonna have to let him in the room. Oh, he wants to go outside. He doesn't want to go in my bedroom. He wants me to put him outside. that is true. Hey, Mrs. C. That is true. So, um, yeah, the cat is a mess, and but yeah, so we've gotten some of the cats taken rehomed, so that's good. And I'm kind of a little miffed because of my neighbor. 'Cause I saw something today, and we already knew our neighbor behind us was doing it, and that was annoying enough. But my neighbor in front of us let her little dog out and let it go to the bathroom and didn't clean up after it. And I'm like, you know, we're gonna that's gonna be a big problem. Like that's gonna have to stop. So I'm gonna try to talk to her and be like, look, she's gonna see that, she's gonna think it's cats, and everyone we're gonna have to all hear it. So, when I see any poop in my yard, I pick that up. But I'm not gonna pick up her poop from her animal if she's letting her animal do it in my yard. So is what it is, but it's annoying is what it is. And I will tell y'all this. I could not move to Colorado. I would love to move to Colorado. Oh my god, is it expensive? I'm still can't get over the sticker shock of it all. But I give my kiddo props for going out there and finding a job, which she's probably going to end up quitting, which makes me sad. But she has a new job in the works, and um, no, 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 no. Any suggestion is fine, but I'm gonna talk to her and be like, look, if your dog's pooping, you gotta clean it up. You know. Oh no, can everyone hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hello. Did I mute myself again accidentally? Okay, can y'all hear me? Okay, cool. Um, cool, cool, cool. But yeah, Fish nerd, I'm gonna kick your butt. That's not funny. But no, I am gonna talk to her because we all are supposed to, pick up our animal waste. Uh, but I was laughing at the whiskered buddy thing. That was kind of cute. That was kind of cute. I know you thought it was funny. Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna talk to her first, and I mean, and, like when she saw that I was out there, because she came around like the corner to go grab her dog, and then she saw me out there, and she was like, "Oh, you just saw what I just did," and I was like, "Yeah, I did see what you just did," kind of like an unspoken thing. It's like, I get it. Let them do it in your own yard, but just don't let you don't do it in your neighbors. Like when we used to have a dog. Her name was Misa, and she was a Bernese Mountain Dog. So she was huge, which meant huge dog, huge poops. And I literally had one of those claw things to pick up the poop because I couldn't bend over at the point because I'd hurt my knee and my back. So I went and I got one of those little pooper scooper type things for it. Um, but I still have it. I'll like go out and I'll clean my yard up because my landscapers, if they see dog poop out there, they're not gonna mow my yard. They're gonna be like, "Hey, go clean that up first." So that's what I do. Um, but she mows her own yard, so she can do whatever she wants. But yeah, it's just if it's your own yard, I have nothing against your animals going in there because it's your own house. You know it's there. That's fine. Just poop shamed. But yeah, no, like I get it too because if I didn't have my little pooper scooper, I couldn't pick up my own dog stuff. So but Anari also is really cute because she goes in like the same. Oh yeah, the cow manure will definitely, yeah, that one's stinky. That's part of why I started making my own compost years ago was because that was like the only in my area. It's like the whole organic thing hadn't gotten in a big craze around here yet, where you could get the organic compost. And all I could find that was cheap and readily available was the manure. And so I built a big garbage can. I took a drill and I just drilled a bunch of holes in the side to aerate it, and just started putting all my kitchen scraps in there. And then like that worked okay because like I'd throw like a cup of worms in there and they tear it all down and break it up. But then I was like I had a hard time getting it out of there, so I built the second one. And with the second one, what I did was I cut the bottom out of it, and to where the bottom would actually touch the ground, and then I had the holes up along the side, and it had a top to where I could cover it, and that kind of like dimmed down the smell of the compost. But that way, the worms could naturally come up from the soil underground and do their work. And then that way, when the compost was actually all broken down, all I had to actually do was just pick up the garbage can and move it, and the compost fell out the bottom. It was a cool idea, but you still have to shovel it, and then you still have to put it in a wheelbarrow, and But yeah, and I still do that. Like I still have this little area. Like you go down my deck, you walk around it into the back. It's kind of on like the back side of the house, and I go and do it back there. And every year, I don't flip it with a shovel. What I do is I have a stick in there, and it's got like a um, Brian put a piece on it to where like I can like use it to like scoop it around and mix it up. And sometimes, like especially in the winter when it's cold and I don't really feel like going out there and standing out in the cold to mix it up, I just leave it as it is, and then it'll, you know, by the summer it's all broken down. Uh, but once it's full, I'll like leave it for about 6 months and then I'll use it. Hey, cool frog, I see ya. And yeah, so and then I've got one that I'll just throw everything in and I don't even mess with that one. It'll all break down eventually. Stirring it does help though. It really does. And I'm really hoping by next week I'll be over this cold mess too. Because I went outside earlier to like mess around with stuff, and I've got to start cutting all the roses off the rose bush. She's massive now. She is like so big. So, oh my goodness, that's kind of funny. It's like, here, I brought you the bad stuff. Give me the good stuff. I swear, next time I travel, I'm not getting on a plane. Like that was harsh. Plane ride was not fun. It was pretty funny. It's brilliant, yes. Oh, hang on, y'all. Next week I'll be up to my, usual scattered brain self, all over the place and hopefully not as congested and run a longer live stream. I'm going to try to find something to talk about for the next half hour. I'm really excited. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about, the aquarium. So, yep. It's like, what was I going to talk about? I didn't even make notes for tonight. That's how, like, bleh I was feeling. Um, so, I have a couple aquariums set up, and one is a 10-gallon one that I've got all my plants in. And that's the one that has the snails in it because Fish Nerd had accidentally sent me, some little friends along with the plants and the duckweed, which I'm really enjoying that duckweed. I love just watching it float on top of the water. I know I'm weird. I'm weird. So I was worried about what the snails were going to eat because there's hair algae in the tank, but not much of anything else because there's no fish and no real other algae growing. And I'm like, these snails have to be starving. And Fish Nerd had said, hey, drop a couple of green beans in there or some fish food. So I put the fish food in there and I'm like, how much of this do I need to put in there? So Mr. Mousy made some green beans 2 nights ago. And I was like, hey, before you season those or anything, could you give me a couple of them? And he's like, yeah, okay. So he gives me a couple of the frozen green beans and I let them cool off because he'd heated them up already. And I'm like, okay. So I took one green bean that was like, it was like one of the small little cut pieces, and I popped it in half into 2 pieces, and I dropped it in the tank. Right now, both of those little pieces of green beans have been converged by the snails. Like, there's so many snails on each piece of green bean that you can't tell where the green bean actually is. So those guys were really hungry. I feel bad. I was like, oh my god, I was starving you. No. I think there's like a line going to the green beans that the other ones are waiting for when the first set gets, full. Because I got quite a few snails in there. More snails than I thought I did, by the way. Like way more snails than I thought I did. I don't think they're breeding yet because they're still very small snails. I don't know how big they're actually going to get either. So yeah, I was Yeah, I've definitely got to make like a little video on that or take a picture of it for Juju so she can see them because they are just wrapped around these green beans. And you know, when Fishner told me that, I was like, green beans, come on. And then I actually watched a couple of videos with the plecos on feeding them because plecos are algae eaters. But your tank doesn't um, just doesn't magically have algae in it. It has to grow. So I'm like, well, what do you feed them? So I've been researching on plecos, how to raise them, how to breed them, how to feed them. If there's a video on a pleco, I've been watching it. And if there's articles on a pleco, I've been reading it because, I'm getting a pleco. Mr. Whiskers, I want, to take care of him. So, why did you come back out of the bedroom? Why? He's a mess, y'all. He is a mess. Um, so, yeah, so Mr. Whiskers, I'm waiting on Mr. Whiskers and everything. And I saw him eating zucchini and squash. And I was like, oh my goodness, that is so cool. I was like, because I'm going to grow some zucchini and some squash. He is letting me have it because he wants to go outside. And I'm like, it's too dark, dude. You won't come back in till morning. I'm not letting you go outside. And especially if I let him outside and he gets hit by a car tonight. Oh my God, my kid would kill me. Yeah, he is giving me the mad meows now. He's like, let me out. He's over by the door, kind of like jiggling it by the front door now. He's like, I can't get the big one open. Let me out. I'm like, no, you can't go, buddy. He's gonna come over here in a minute. It might get infuriating in a minute because he's gonna just start meowing, and then I'm gonna have to let him out. So we'll see what happens. He's gonna be like, you're. Oh, are you gonna grow the broccolini or the sprouting broccoli? I have wanted to grow both kinds of broccoli, or all three, actually. I've wanted to grow the broccoli. I just haven't ever set up the broccoli. Also, if you haven't grown squash or broccoli before, watch out for vine borers because they will take it out quick. Usually, I can get like one or two squash per plant before they kill them. But this year, I have a plan. You know, he does. He does, fish nerd. Cause I don't want to go out to where those are. I'm too old for that anymore. Not really, but you know, what am I gonna do with a hooker? I mean, really, think about it. What am I gonna do with that? Like, you want to come watch my plecos? I don't have a pleco yet. Mm. When you get it growing, take me a picture of that because I want to see that. And I've wanted to grow bok choy, and there's another one, broccoli rob. That was the other one, broccoli rob, that I wanted to try to grow. Is that seems like a cool plant to grow. And I'm telling you, earlier I was outside. I was like, man, I got more buckets I could fill up. I'm gonna slow down though, because I got to get the aquarium stuff first. If I start with more plants, then we're gonna forget about the indoor thing, and then But when I was feeding, when I was feeding I was looking in on the snails and them eating their little broccoli. I noticed that one of the plants that I thought had completely died was still in the tank, and I actually got it mounted down into the soil, and it stayed this time. And I was like, oh, well, see, now that looks pretty. Now I need to do a whole tank of that. So that kind of started a fire under my butt. I'm starting to feel better too, which is another thing that got me all interested in stopping the procrastination cycle I'm in. It's like, you don't feel good, so you don't want to do anything, but now you do feel good or you feel better, so now you want to do stuff. Yes, I think it's the crypt. I'll send you a picture of it, um, either tonight or tomorrow, if I can get the camera working. I'm gonna try to get little Dave going again, see if I can get him to start up. I was having issues with him, and if I can't, I'll use my phone. But I think the little camera will take a better picture of it through the glass anyway. Um, but yeah, um, and I've really got to get them all separated and ready to go in the tank, but I can't do that until I have the other tank. It's a cycle. Like, I've got to get this stuff done. I have got to get on. I've got to get my butt in gear and get this going. Yeah, asparagus is so hard to grow. I did not realize, like, some of these plants, like, you have to, like, plant it and it's got to, like, overwinter and then it'll grow. And tomorrow I'm going to take a picture of the bachelor buttons that are growing, y'all. Hey, Suzanne. Good to see you. Um, so, the dog Misa I was talking about, she had gotten cancer, and she was my sister's dog. And, it was treat her or, put her down because she was in pain. And we opted to put her to sleep because it was going to be like $10,000 to treat her. And it broke our heart because we loved Misa. So we buried her in our yard, and where she was buried, I made a garden bed for flowers. And the year we buried her, which was 2019, I put a bunch of bachelor button seeds in, blue bachelor buttons, because my sister's favorite color is blue, and it was her dog. So for her, I put these plants in. Well, I didn't plant them again, and I noticed at the starting of this growing season, when spring had just started to hit, um, uh, that that it wasn't a weed. And I was like, I've seen this before. I've seen this plant before, and so you know, I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. Maybe it is just a weed. And that being said, I let it go and noticed that they were in fact more bachelor buttons, but they were not the ones I planted. When they bloomed, I got like dark purple ones, almost burgundy, um, pink ones, and then a couple of blue ones came back. And I was like just amazed. I was like, where did these come from? Where did all these flowers come from? Because bachelor buttons aren't perennial. They don't come back every year. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Suzanne. Well, y'all, we're pushing 40 minutes, so I'm going to wrap up here in about 20. Um, so, uh, shenanigans this week. It's the coronation on y'all's channel, the royals with the coronation stuff, which I didn't watch any of. So y'all are gonna have to totally catch me up on what happened and what that was all about. Um, oh, yeah. So I've got a whole and okay, coronation. We're just saying, cool. Grace, if you want to drop the link for shenanigans for tomorrow for everyone, so they can go ahead and subscribe and maybe meet us over there. I know it's just the normal crowd, but go hit the notification buttons tomorrow for tomorrow, because or Thursday. Is it tomorrow or Thursday? I'm sorry. I knew I'm not sure if y'all. Yeah, I don't know. Bleh. My head is. That's the way I feel about talking, Cassandra. I give up on talking today. It's just not working. I was fine until I started talking. I start talking, my nose starts running. Can I please not be congested anymore? Okay, tomorrow. Hey, Teresa. Okay, so tomorrow is Tuesday, and then you're gonna move to Thursdays. Cool. Okay, that works. No, you don't necessarily have to wear pants for that. I'm probably gonna be in PJs myself, so. Oh man, I haven't played a golf game. I haven't played any video games lately, y'all. I really want to start playing my Fallout Shelter again. I used to love that game. So yeah, y'all go hit the notification button for shenanigans tomorrow for the coronation red carpet. It's like a coronation red carpet roast type situation. Is that what we're doing? I'm sorry, I didn't read the whole review yet, the whole description. I've been kind of out there. I suck right now. I do. My poor head is so scattered, and I really think it's the congestion. I mean, it's making it worse than normal. Roast is the following week. Okay, coronation and then the roast. I guess I could pull this up right now and look at it. For goodness sakes, Mouse, you're a mess. Get it together, woman. Okay, just talking about the coronation. Yeah, because when was the last time they even had one? How long was the queen the queen? She was the queen forever. I was really hoping they were going to stick with the fact that Charles wasn't ever going to be the king. Like, you know, but I guess it is what it is. 70 years. Wow. That is a long time. The new king in his frilly jacket. I really hate that it's Camilla that got to be queen, though. I guess she's not really a queen. Or is she a queen by marriage? Tomorrow, y'all are going to have to, entertain me, educate me. Because Cat Ninja, hey. Oh, wow. See, I just, after Diana, I just kind of just didn't pay any attention to the royals, y'all. Seriously. Yo, this is Cat Ninja. Cat Ninja's awesome. Cat Ninja, this is everyone else, and they're awesome too. So, welcome to the awesome crowd. Queen consort. Yeah, she's a consort, all right. I'll be nice. I'll be nice to Camilla. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Oh, she doesn't deserve my snarkiness. So before I wrap up, guys, anyone else got anything good going on? Any announcements? Any new business? Any old business? Yeah, I don't have a screaming goat here, sadly. I could get one. I'm sure I could find one. Gigi's do it and I'll beat you. No screaming goats. And Cat Ninja's no screaming goats. Okay, well, see, Cat Ninja agrees with me. Okay, so, all right, I will totally take my snark out on Camilla. Man, I was in love with like Diana, right? Like Princess Diana was like awesome, and like it just sucked. You know, it did. So yeah, there we go. I said my piece. Yeah, okay. Like the history of the royal family, that I can get behind, and why they are still, why everyone's, yeah, that I can get behind. It's just like some of the people in the royal family that I don't really want to get into their whole drama. Like the history of it, I'm down for. The drama of it, no. A squeaker, a squeaker cat. Oh man, I know, right? I get because I know it's like I'm not down with the drama, but then I bring the drama up, and see that's why it's like just there's okay. I'm trying to figure out how to word this right, and I'm not going to do a very good job of it because I never do. You know, you get involved in the drama and it makes you angry. The history it's already done and over with. We can't change any of that. Like I mean, look at King Henry. I mean, Lord, that man, the drama behind him. Whoo wee. Croaking Crony. Oh, I'd actually like one of those. You know what else I want? And I don't think they're freshwater fish. A goby. Oh my god. Or a mud skipper. Those are freaking cute. Yeah, yeah. It's like, like how many of them didn't end up, one was divorced and then divorced, beheaded, dang, that man was like, wow, that man was brutal. Oh, there are freshwater gobies? Gobies are so cute. And then, like, okay, so he married his brother's widow, but then that was bad luck, so he had to divorce her. Like, come on. So, yeah, it's like Royals. There's a lot going on with that. So, now who's meowing? Oh my goodness. Y'all are really starting to play with me tonight, aren't you? I think they're trying to get an Ari to start barking. So, oh, okay. That's the kitty that's got to go tomorrow. Okay. So one of the kitties is one of the outside cats is inside in a crate because she has to go to the vet and then to the Humane Society to get put on the transport. And apparently she's figured out that I'm in here and she's like, "Let me out, please." So that's about to start getting real annoying. So I'm about to wrap it up, y'all. Oh, yeah, that is true. Yeah, I remember that one. And Anne Boleyn. Yeah, I figured mud skippers were expensive. It's like they're cute, and I would love to have one, but yeah. I it's probably not a fish. I am probably not up to that level of care for that fish that it would need. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready to wrap it up here. Hopefully, um, Wednesday. I'm gonna see how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling better and I'm not as congested, I'm gonna go ahead and stream Wednesday night. And if I'm still this congested, I'm just gonna go ahead and work on some projects and skip over to Sunday to stream. On the third meow, the mouse is out. Yeah, like I figured they were really like they're cute and they are, I would love to be able to keep them, but it's just I will go find someone who's keeping them and look at theirs because no. All right, she is getting louder now and it's about to get annoying. One meow. Sorry, didn't mean to cough in y'all's ear. Um but yeah, if I'm not here Wednesday, I'll schedule the stream earlier. And Anari, shush. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. I'll put a community post up. Bye.